Today I'm going to be talking about sets of numbers. The way this diagram works is that the innermost circle is the most specific, and then the circle outside of that is going to include everything inside the smaller circle plus something else, and then the next circle out includes both smaller circles. So for example, if Ottawa, Kansas would be in the middle circle, the state of Kansas might be the next circle, and then the United States might be the next circle, and the bigger box could be North America. So if you're in Ottawa, Kansas, you're also in North America, but you would want to be the most specific about your current location. So in that innermost circle is going to be the natural numbers, which can also be called the counting numbers. These numbers include the numbers that you originally start with when you learn to count. So they would start with 1, 2, 3, 4, and they would continue going in that manner. The next set of numbers is called the whole numbers. The whole numbers will include all of the counting numbers and only one additional number, which is 0. So the whole numbers are 0 plus all the counting numbers. The integers are going to include the whole numbers and their opposites. So this is the first set that's going to have negative numbers in it. Outside the integers are the rational numbers. Rational numbers include any number that can be written as a fraction. So it will include all fractions, and it will include some decimals. The decimals that are included in the rational numbers are decimals that terminate, which means that they end, or repeat, such as 0.3 with a bar over it. Irrational numbers are those numbers that cannot be written as a fraction. At least not with a fraction using integers. So these numbers would include decimals that do not repeat and never end. Examples of irrational numbers are pi, the square root of 2, possibly the square root of 5 over 3. There are going to be some radicals that can be included in our natural numbers or our counting numbers, such as the square root of 16, which actually is equal to 4. There are also some fractions that can be included in our natural numbers, such as 8 over 2, which is also equal to 4. So you have to be careful when you're looking at a number to make sure that it can't be simplified before you go ahead and categorize it. Now, outside of this box that includes all of those, which is called the real numbers, all of these are in the real numbers, we have a set of numbers called complex numbers. Complex numbers are numbers that can be written in the form a plus bi. In this form, a plus bi, a is what we call the real part of the complex number, and then bi is what we call the imaginary part of the complex number. An example of a complex number is 3 plus 4i. It could also be something that has a fraction, such as 7 halves minus 8i.